Good day everyone, especially to our instructor, Sir Leo Arcayos. I am Junilo Tohot and my group member, Migo Asinto. Today, we will discuss and focuses on the topic of compartmentation and how it affects watertight integrity. Compartmentation is the method of dividing a ship into separate watertight compartments using bulkheads and decks. It plays a vital role in ensuring what if one part of the vessel is breached, water does not spread uncontrollable to other sections. This design increases the safety and survivability of a ship during emergencies such as collision or grounding. By isolating flooding to a limited area, compartmentation helps maintain the ship's buoyancy and stability. Watertight integrity entering or moving between compartments. The effectiveness of compartmentation depends on keeping watertight doors, hatches, and valves properly closed and maintained. Failure to maintain these closures can compromise the integrity of the compartments and lead to further flooding. This report will discuss how compartmentation is implemented, its advantages and challenges associated with maintaining watertight integrity. Through this study, we aim to highlight the importance of compartmentation in ship safety and design. So again, what is compartmentation? Compartmentation refers to dividing a ship or structure into a separate watertight section or compartments using bulkheads or vertical walls and decks or horizontal surfaces. Each compartment is designed to be watertight, meaning it can be prevent water from passing from one compartment to another. So the meaning of this compartmentation is a safety feature in ships and similar structures where the interior is divided into multiple watertight compartments. This is done by installing bulkheads or which are vertical walls inside the ship and decks which are the horizontal floors. These bulkheads and decks are constructed to be watertight, meaning they are sealed so the water cannot pass through them. The purpose of this design is to ensure that if water enters one compartment due to damage like hull or breach, it will stay confined to that specific area. This prevents the water from spreading into the parts of the ship which could cause it flood entirely and sink. By containing flooding, compartmentation helps the ship remain afloat and stable, giving time for repairs or rescue. However, the success of compartmentation depends on keeping all watertight doors, hatches, and valves closed and properly maintained. If these are left open or fail, water can pass between compartments, defeating the purpose of the design. So how this affects watertight integrity? Number 1 is limits flooding. If the hull is breached, only the damaged compartment floods while the others remain dry. This containment prevents progressive flooding that could sink the ship. So many of these limits flooding. Compartmentation is designed to control flooding in the event of hull breach. When the outer structure of the ship is damaged, water can enter the vessel. However, because the ship is divided into separate watertight compartments, the flooding is contained within the damaged compartment only. The surrounding compartments remain sealed and dry, preventing the water from spreading further. The containment is critical because it stops progressive flooding where water could otherwise flow unchecked from one area to another. By limiting the extent of flooding, compartmentation helps maintain the ship's buoyancy and stability, reducing the risk of sinking. It also buys valuable time for the crew to take emergency actions such as pumping out water, sealing of damaged areas, or calling for rescue. Without compartmentation, Even a small breach could allow water to flood the entire ship, leading to catastrophic failure. So the number 2 is improved survivability. The ship can stay afloat and stable even with some compartments flooded, depending on how many and which ones are affected. So meaning of this, improved survivability, compartments increase a ship's chances of staying afloat and stable even if part of the hull is damaged and some compartments become flooded. Because the water is confined to certain areas, the rest of the ship remains dry and buoyant. This controlled flooding prevents the vessel from losing balance or sinking right away. How well the ship survives depends on which compartments are affected and how many flooded. But overall, the design allows the ships to maintain enough stability and flotation to avoid immediate disaster. This extra time can be critical for making repairs, controlling further damage, or safely evacuating the crew. Without compartmentation, flooding could spread quickly and overwhelm the ship, making survival much less likely.
Good day, sir. I am Midshipman Jacinto from G2C. So I will continue the discussion about the compartmentation and how this affects watertight integrity. So in the third one, requires maintenance of closures. The effectiveness of compartmentation depends on keeping watertight doors, hatches, and valves properly closed and maintained. If these are left or open or fail, the integrity is compromised. So, requires maintenance of closures refers to the need to regularly inspect and keep shut all the parts of a ship that are designed to prevent water from spreading if there's flooding. So this includes watertight doors, doors that are sealed to prevent water from passing through, hatches, openings in the deck that must be sealed properly, valves, controls in pipes that can be closed to stop water flow. So why it matters? On a ship, compartmentation means dividing the ship into separate sections or its compartments so that if one part floods, the water doesn't spread to others. This helps the ship stay afloat. However, this only works if the closures, doors, hatches, or valves are kept closed when not in use, especially in raw weather or emergencies. Properly maintained to ensure they seal tightly and function correctly. If someone leaves a watertight door open or if a hatch or valve is broken and can't close, water can move between compartments, defeating the whole purpose of compartmentation and risking the ship's safety. So next, the last one, design trade-offs. More compartments improve safety but can complicate ship rather design, increase weight and reduce usable internal space. So more compartments cause to better safety. Dividing a ship into many watertight compartments helps limit flooding. If one part gets damaged, only that section fills the water and the rest stays dry, which helps the ship stay afloat. But more compartments have downsides: complex, complex design, increased weight, and less usable space. So, complex design, more compartments mean more walls or bulkheads, doors, and systems, making the ship harder and more expensive to design and build. So, increased weight, additional bulkheads and doors add weight, which can reduce fuel efficiency or limit how much cargo the ship can carry. Less usable space. Every bulkhead takes up room, and extra compartments can make internal layouts like engine rooms or cargo holds less flexible, or harder to access. So, in short, shipbuilders must balance safety and practicality, adding enough compartments for protection without making the ship too heavy, crowded, or costly. So, in summary, compartmentation is the practice of dividing a ship into watertight sections using bulkheads and decks. This design helps limit flooding to damaged areas and improves the ship chances of staying afloat after a breach. For it to work effectively, watertight doors, hatches, and valves must be properly maintained and kept closed. However, adding more compartments increases safety but also make the ship heavier, more complex to design, and reduces usable space. Thank you.